Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Alright guys, so today I wanted to do something different. I want to get back into my makeup tutorials and everything, but my equipment that I have now is just not, well, let's just say it's not as good as what it should be. So what we're going to be doing is looking at some new makeup releases, and I'm going to tell you what I think of it. I'm going to tell you the ones that I like. I'm going to tell you the ones that I think represent 2020 perfectly. So if you're excited for this video, y'all go ahead and hit your thumbs up button. Also hit your subscribe button and make sure your bell's on. That way you're notified and you don't miss out on no videos. And before we get started, if you're new here, hi, I'm Mandy. I do a lot of makeup related videos. Now sometimes I'll go off track and do something else I'm interested in, but I promise not to disappoint you all the time. Now let's read that first comment from my last video, which is showing the AIA October-November box. Well, thank you so much, Latoya Gross. Latoya says, hey, how are you doing? I've been enjoying this subscription. Well, Latoya, honey, I'm so glad to hear that. I really like this box too. I really appreciate you watching the video. I love you, girl. And if you yourself would like to get a shout out, be sure to leave a comment under this video. You're going to have 1 out of 2 chances of getting it. You could either search around and try to be first at it, or you could be one of the comments to pick. You never know, I might pick you. Now stay tuned till the end when I read the comment that I did pick. Alright guys, before we dive into this madness, I'm going to put up a 5-second timer. If you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do so during that time. You're going to see a little red heart turn a shade of blue for about a half a second, so don't blink. But it's also going to give you good luck for the rest of 2020, and who don't need that right now? So let's go ahead and do that. Well, welcome to the family, guys. Now let's dive into this madness. Again, this is some new makeup coming out. Kind of like a buy or no buy. A lot of holiday makeups coming out. Now, I found all these on Trend Mood. Of course, she is the first one that always gets these new reveals and new releases. So I figured I'd jump over there and see what was coming out. Again, it's getting around that time. Everybody's going straight to Christmas. Everybody's wanting their holiday collection out. But you know what? I'm ready for pumpkin spice. I'm ready for pumpkin coffee. I'm ready to see like the pumpkin and autumn leaves decorations. Y'all know how that goes. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. And guys, I would be on video filming, but you know what? I just didn't feel like, I have not felt like doing my makeup here lately. I don't know what it is. I've been so stressed. Y'all, I just ain't felt like it. But I did want to do this video because you know what? Every time around this year, around fall, it just lifts my spirits. I just feel like I'm in a better, positive mood, and I always love looking at makeup. And of course, when I do my makeup, it's like therapy to me. But again, I haven't had time to sit down and at least take a breather and do it or anything. And it's been about a month, y'all. So let's go ahead and look at some new makeup. So the first thing, everybody knows Rare Beauty come out. This is Selena Gomez's brand. And of course, you know, a lot of these celebrities that come up with their own makeup brand and stuff, you know, you could basically tell it's a cash grab. I could tell Selena put a lot of thought into this collection, and it's more like cream products. So people with dry skin should love this collection. Me, myself, I have dry skin, so I think I would love this. But it also dabbles on the line of being like natural beauty. You know, none of this is really natural, but you know what I mean when I say natural beauty, like it's really light and airy. She did think out the packaging really good. It does have that little ball on the top for people who have problems opening stuff like with arthritis, and I believe she has lupus. So she did put a lot of thought in this, and I really do appreciate any collection, any beauty product or item that you could just tell somebody put a lot of thought in. Now, I have seen a lot of reviews on this. People either love it or they hate it. And again, you know, a lot of these celebrities, it's just a cash grab to them. She really put a lot of thought in this, and she just cares about what she puts her name on. And Rare Beauty couldn't have been a more perfect name for this. Next up, guys, is now KVD is coming out with their new holiday palette. This is it right here. This palette looks like jewel tones to me, and I do love the outer packaging. Something about those shadows that just, it don't quite grab me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like the pop of red and the purple. The blue, I think that would have looked better if it was matte. There is a lot more shimmers than mattes, I believe, in this. Yeah, could have done some of the mattes in these pops of color instead of the shimmer. Again, this really, it just reminds me of an older palette. Like, this is like a retro palette, like the shadows. Maybe it's the pan side. The outside packaging I do like, but the inside, it just don't. It's not for me. I would pass on this. Next, guys, Milk Makeup come up with a Hydra Grip setting spray. Now, this is a sister product to their Hydra Grip primer. This I have not yet tried. I haven't tried the primer yet, but I've heard so many good things about it. You know, I love a primer that is really sticky and it feels like it's holding on to the makeup. So the primer I believe I would love. The spray, I'm kind of on the edge about, guys. Like, if it left your makeup tacky, as I've heard the primer is, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just don't know about this. If you've tried this, let me know, though. Next, guys, Dior come out with their Christmas collection. It's a blush. They got 4 different eyeshadow quads. They got lipsticks. It looks like a setting powder. So like I said, everybody's going straight to Christmas. Like, everybody's skipping Halloween and other holidays. There's other holidays besides Christmas. You know, I think it's a little bit early for people to be coming out with their Christmas collections, but of course, you know, it's Dior. Now with Dior, again, it's one of those brands, either you love them or you hate them. This collection is nice, but I couldn't see myself spending the money on it, especially those 4 eyeshadow quads. Those I never really grabbed for those little mini quads or anything. I'm usually that type of person that's going to reach for a bigger palette. So I couldn't see myself wasting the money on that. And I feel like their collection every year is kind of the same. And the snow imprint in their powders, I mean, come on, could you be more original? Next, guys, Natasha Denona come out with a new eyeshadow palette. This is the Glam eyeshadow palette. Now, guys, I've seen her do better palettes. This palette is just not for me. Now, it pulls on the cool neutral side. There's 5 mattes. There's 10 shimmers. The shimmers, they look absolutely gorgeous, but the whole palette just looks so gray toned to me. Now, if you're going for simple looks, I think this would be perfect. But then again, for that price, I believe this palette's like $65. For this price, I would expect like a couple of pops of color or something in it. Just these neutral palettes, there's just so many of them, and it's probably not going to really add to anybody's collection. Everybody's going to have these shades already. Now, if you like the Natasha Denona formula, which I heard is really good, I've only tried one of her palettes one time, and I felt like they were about the same as anybody else's. I just felt like they didn't really wow me. Do you know what I mean? You would expect perfection out of a palette that costs that much, and they just didn't wow me. So next, we are looking at this Kylie Cosmetics collection. This is her Sailor Summer collection. Guys, ain't it a little bit too late to be coming out with the summer collection? I don't know if this COVID has pushed this collection back or what. But now we see the palette, we see the lippies that she has. She has a pair of lashes, lip crayons, gloss. I don't like these like American colored style themes. I don't know what it is about them. I just never did like them, not even during the 4th of July. So I'm not into the packaging of this. But look, she was alone in this palette. I absolutely love. I just love that you could do natural looks, or you can add a pop of like that blue or that red. I do love the colors, the shades in the palette. It's just the packaging that don't do it for me, guys. Now, next up, Glow Recipe has come out with a new hyaluronic serum. It is called the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum. I love Glow Recipe. I love skincare. I feel like I go for the cheaper skincare brands because I feel like one skincare is going to do it just as well as the most expensive skincare. And I don't know, I'm thinking of it ingredient wise. Like, there could be vitamin C in a cheap serum and vitamin C in a really expensive serum. I'm going to go for that cheaper one. I do like their packaging. I love the simple packaging on skincare. I don't really like the big luxury, big old flashy packaging. I don't really like that. So I do like how simple Glow Recipe is. It's just the price that kills it for me. But I mean, to each their own. Now next, Urban Decay has come out with this Stoned Vibes collection. Comes with a palette, a highlight, and a few other things. Now I did watch Pop Lux review this collection. I believe he had the eyeshadow and the palette. What the hell is Urban Decay thinking? I really feel like Urban Decay has fell off a lot. You know, I love Urban Decay, and I do have a couple of their palettes, and I used to love everything that they come out with. Every palette that come out, I'd save money to go get it. I mean, it was just something really exciting for me to look forward to. But here lately, I just haven't been liking anything that they had. Like, look at this palette, guys. Could you get any more retro than this? We've already got these shades. We've already got these palettes. It just looks like this was kind of threw together. This palette looks like an afterthought to me. Like they just wanted to throw a collection out and they just had to do it. And the highlighter, I get where they were going with it, you know, where it's shaped like a stone or a gem or whatever. But guys, that is way too big and bulky, and it don't even have enough color payoff. From what I've seen from Pop Lux's review of this, there's just no color payoff. Now, I don't know if you need to skim the top of it a little bit or whatever. It's just too big and bulky. Like, you know, we got way better stuff to look forward to than Urban Decay's crap like this. I just can't. Now guys, let's look at this is the new Nikki Tutorials palette, and I'm really glad to see her come out with another palette ever since that whole mess with Too Faced. Can't believe they done her like that. You know, Nikki has always been just a really sweet person, never in a lot of drama. This palette though, I love it. I love this palette. I love the color story in it. There's just something about it that if I had money, I would definitely buy this. I like how it has two different sides. It's also got plenty of shades in there for you to do a natural look, or if you want to go with a pop of color, you could do that. I feel like this is like an all-in-one palette. This would be the palette that you travel with, so you could get a bunch of diverse looks. I absolutely love it, and I love those pops of colors. I love that mint green right there, and the yellow and the orange, the blues. It's just absolutely, that is my kind of palette. I love it. Now, if it's somebody that just does simple makeup, that likes to do fast makeup and just go, or else they look at this palette, a lot of people look at this palette and get confused and not exactly know what to do with it because it's just so confusing. You know, you look at this palette, colors are all over the place. Now, I could see, you know, why they wouldn't want them. But you could always just look at the neutral tones, or look at it like as in the quads, like look at it 4x4, or, you know, with some kind of simple technique like that. And especially if you just want to support Nikki by getting this palette, I think that is absolutely the way to go. I think she worked really hard on this palette. And for her to come up from what happened with her in Too Faced, I just commend her for it. And I think she done a great job with this palette. Now next, guys, Sunday Riley come out with this. I don't know what this is. It's called Pink Drink. For Sunday Riley, you know, I think this is really neat that they come out with something like this, and I think this is really going to sell good, because you know this, the pinkity drinkity, or else Starbucks in general, you know, the pink drink. So I think that was really smart going with this idea, and I can't wait to see this. Now, I don't have the money for this, and you know, even if I did, I don't think that I would, because they're kind of high. You know, Sunday Riley's kind of high. Now, I do like some of their stuff, but this one I think I would pass on. Next, guys, Charlotte Tilbury come out with her holiday palette, another holiday eyeshadow palette. This is the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnosis palette. I love this palette. I do. I really do. Now, I know everybody's saying it kind of looks retro, like it's an older style palette, but I love the colors in it. I love how it's got two different sets of neutrals at each end of the eyeshadow palette, and then the pops of color in the middle. I absolutely love it. That burgundy, that dark, deep burgundy just reminds me of Christmas. It's just so reminiscent of Christmas. And that purple and the pinks, I absolutely love this palette. But as for the price, you know, I could find another palette about the same, or either have put some of those shades together that I already have in my collection. So for the price is the only reason I would pass on this palette. Next, guys, Huda Beauty come out with 3 more minis. This is called the Haze Collection. One is the khaki, one is the sand, and one is the haze or purple haze. I love her minis, but you know, her bigger palettes is where it's at, but I do love these minis. These just kind of, guys, I swear I would pass on these. She's already got a purple palette. In the other two, she's already done palettes like this. And why you call it haze, I don't know what that's got anything to do with fall. Well, I guess foggy weather. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where she was going with this, but I feel like she's already got palettes like this out. Now next, ColourPop comes out with the Coast to Coral palette, or actually it's a whole collection, but you know me. I'm just looking at the palettes. Guys, I don't get this again. Again, it's fall time. I'm expecting to see some holiday palettes. I'm expecting to see some fall styled or more palettes that, you know, with fall shades in it. So this corally palette, I like it, but I like it for the spring or the summer. I don't like it for fall. And I feel like ColourPop has already done this palette. Didn't they do that peach palette or something? They've done all of the colors. So I feel like they have already done this. I just feel like they're kind of like stuck in the quicksand, if you know what I mean, with their ideas, because they've done so many things. So I think they could have done better than this. Next, guys, Morphe and Madison Beer put out a palette. Well, actually a collection, but again, I just like looking at the palettes. Guys, I've only tried one Morphe palette, and that is the Morphe and the Jaclyn Hill palette. I absolutely love it. I adore that palette. I've heard Morphe is really good. Either you really hate them or you really love them. This palette, you know, kind of puts me in mind of a Natasha Denona, but with even more shadows in it. I do love the color selection. I love the color story of it. I just think she could have done better. There's too many shades in this palette that kind of look just alike. I think it should have been like a more diverse shade range. But other than that, you know, if you like Madison Beer and you want to support her, there's your chance to do it. Or if you just want a good all-together palette where you just like nothing but natural looks, you know, there might be that one pop of pink. But if you like natural colors, this might be a palette for you. But as for me, I think I'd pass on this one. Now, guys, I've never heard of this next brand. It's called Fourth Ray Beauty. And they have got this pineapple collection. Not really a collection. There's two things. One is the pineapple face milk and one is the pineapple face serum boost. The face milk is $14. The serum is $12. I think it's a really good price. Now, again, I've never heard of this product. I've never heard of this brand. But these products, they kind of draw me in, like pineapple milk. That sounds so good, so hydrating. And the price is not bad at all. I mean, I think that's a really good price on skincare. So, you know, if I had the money, I'd actually buy this stuff. Now, again, it's not really like fall-like or anything because it's pineapple, but we do need to be hydrated during the winter because that's when our skin dries out more. So I think this is perfect. Now, next, guys, Hourglass come up with their new little, it's the Ambient Lighting Edition Mini Sculpture Unlocked Palette, and also their regular Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture Palette. Now, the mini is $58, the regular size one is $80. But I have tried like that ambient powder, the all over face powder, and I fell in love with it. I love the glow that it gives you. I just feel like it's not worth the price that they're asking for. Now, of course, these are beautiful, and in that mini one, that really deep dark burgundy blush right there, I think that would look so gorgeous on people with dark skin tones. But the price is the only thing that steers me away from this. Even though it's like a luxury brand, the price is the only thing that steers me away. Other than that, I would go right for these. Now, next, guys, Too Faced is coming out with their holiday stuff. You know, this is called the Cinnamon Bear Set. Now, apparently, all we get is a little peek of that palette, and it's supposed to be an eye and cheek palette. And then, of course, they come out with our melted matte lipsticks and some kind of a makeup bag. Now, we can see a piece of that palette. You know, guys, it just looks like another Too Faced item. Too Faced is getting where they're just so gimmicky. But the Cinnamon Bear, you know, I think that's nice and Christmassy. That was a good idea. So I can't wait to see what the palette looks like. Now, as for their melted matte lipsticks, their liquid lipsticks, I love the formula of those. Now, some people say it's too drying on their lips. I love them. I think they're comfortable, and I don't know if it's just the couple I tried or what, but I do love those. But as for the palette, I'd probably pass on this set. And then last guys, is Haus Labs. They're coming out with 4 new collections, it says. And it says there's 13 glosses. There's liners and glosses. Never tried Haus Labs, so I couldn't tell you about this. But I do know that a lot of people said that that she should make her shade range a little bit larger. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really have an opinion on Haus Labs. I think I would pass on everything, you know, because I watched the reviews and everything, and there's just nothing in that collection that ever really got me. So let me know what you think. So guys, if you would, let me know which one of these items you're excited about coming out. Which ones of these are you thinking about buying? Or is there something coming out that I didn't mention that you're planning on buying? Just let me know all your thoughts and opinions on it down below, and let's open the discussion. And guys, again, those of you that love to keep up with my personal life, I'm going to be trying to do an update here soon. I just wish this pandemic would go away so I could go back cleaning houses, because it's just getting harder and harder for me. And I know a lot of people is in a similar situation. So I did want to help others out by spreading the word about your GoFundMe. So if anybody does have a GoFundMe, I'll go check it out, and I'll do my best to get the word out there for you. So guys, it's just an ongoing battle, and I'm doing the best that I can. So I just want everything back to normal. I just want everything back to normal. So guys, let's go ahead and read that comment that I picked in my last video. Thank you so much, Amy Leo Goddess. Amy says, "Hey girl, I love this box. Thanks for doing this video." Well, Amy, honey, you are more than welcome. I really enjoy this box too. And thank you so much for watching the video. I love you, girl. And remember, guys, you got to leave a comment if you want to shout out, guys. And please double check, make sure you're still subscribed to my channel. You know how YouTube likes to take my subscribers and tell me I ain't got any. Yeah, they do it all the time. But if you would check on that for me, if you're not, why the hell not? I mean, it's 100% free, and it's a gift from me to you. And it's rude not to accept a gift, so you got to take it. So go on down there and hit that button. Then I'm going to need y'all to rate the video, but you're only going to have one option. You can only hit the thumbs up button, because my thumbs down button quit working a long time ago, and YouTube won't fix it. There's one more tiny thing before you guys head out. Dang YouTube. If you would, make sure your notification bell set on, that way you don't miss another upload of mine. You'll catch all my videos. And guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. I love y'all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.